On this Travel Tuesday, we're heading down the road to Las Vegas, where there's more than cheap buffets.
That's right. Leave Las Vegas about it. The city expected to fully open without capacity limits today, but Vegas, so much more to offer than casinos and nightclubs.
Travel journalist Justin Walter joining us with a look beyond this strip. Always great to see you, Justin. How can thrill seekers explore the desert?
Well, I want to say you can trade the slot machines for Mother Nature because there's so much to do in Vegas beyond just the strip, like we're saying. The first thing I recommend, it's my favorite thing to do, is going ATV riding about an hour outside of Vegas in Overton. You can go with adrenaline ATV tours. They offer complimentary shuttles from your hotels. So the trails are in the Valley of Fire, which is Nevada's largest and oldest park. It is incredible doing it. You feel like you're on Mars, you're going on bumpy roads, through awesome rock formations, and it is such an adrenaline pumping, exciting adventure to do outside of Vegas.
It sounds like it. Real quick follow-up on this question. I have 17-year-old daughters. Are they old enough to do this? Is there an age restriction? So they have their driver's license, but they may not be 18.
They can do it. If they have a driver's license, they can drive the ATVs, and then children who are younger can go in ATVs that have more than one person.
Excellent.
So you can kind of make it a family-friendly adventure, and the tours start at about $99 per person, and it's a really, really fun adventure.
Yeah, it looks great. It's a little scary for Chris. I think it's not quite up his alley. But hiking, we all like to hike.
I would totally do that.
I know you would do that. I'm teasing. That looks like a blast. We know that you enjoy to hike, so when you have hiking tips, we are all in. So I hear there's great places in Vegas.
Well, Valley of Fire, where we went ATVing, you can also go hiking. It is incredible, such a beautiful location. It feels like you're transported back into the Stone Age when you're there. The trails, you can look for petroglyphs, which are, on the caves. There's also petrified trees. The sandstone formations go back to 150 million years old. So it's definitely such a gorgeous, beautiful hiking destination. And a lot of Instagram posts come from the Valley of Fire. It is a picturesque, beautiful location where it just doesn't look like anything you've seen in Southern California.
Justin, real quick, how far is this? I know that they have shuttles that will take you there, but if somebody just wanted to drive, are we talking an hour outside?
If you rent a car, it's about an hour drive from Vegas, but then there is some hiking that is closer to Vegas, about 15 miles outside of Vegas. You could also go to Red Rock Canyon. I also recommend at Red Rock Canyon to go rock climbing. Have you guys ever done rock climbing?
I've thought about it, but my manicure, I don't want to. No, I'm kidding. No, but tell us about this rock climbing.
Yeah, this is a spot where I would highly recommend if you're a first timer, you could do it just go with a vendor that offers rock climbing for beginners to anywhere for experts. The walls there are these sandstone formations that offer such good trails and kind of paths for rock climbing. It's only 15 miles, like I said, from Vegas. So it's another outdoor adventure closer than the Valley of Fire for hiking and rock climbing and all this kind of activity. So I think it's a spot to definitely check out.
That is fantastic. So if there was one spot, say you're making a weekend trip to Vegas, maybe a 3-day weekend, you want to get outside of Vegas for maybe one of the days, what would be kind of one of the big tourist attractions that you definitely want to hit?
So one thing that a lot of people don't realize is there's a lot of good biking trails outside of Vegas. There's a River Mountain Loop Trail. It's 34 miles of scenic bike route throughout the greater Las Vegas area. You could go to Boulder City. You could rent a bike there and then use that as kind of your home base. And one of the coolest parts of the trail is a historic railroad trail section. You go through 5 different tunnels in the Lake Mead area. You can see those gorgeous views. And at the end of it, you can bike towards the Hoover Dam. So, I had never been to the Hoover Dam before taking this biking trail. And the Hoover Dam is a little bit touristy, but it is an incredible kind of spot to go biking towards. I would recommend that instead of just driving to the Hoover Dam.
That's a great idea. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's great. It's a great way to see the Hoover Dam and to get your kind of workout in. And then you can bike back along those Lake Mead views.
And I was just going to add to this point, Hoover Dam is one of those things, if you haven't done it, you really should do it, because it might be one of those things, but that would be a great way, because a lot of times it can get quite congested with cars and such. But to bike there, fantastic.
Yeah, and then the other thing I would say is on the Strip. Everyone goes to Vegas and stays on the Strip. Downtown Vegas in the last couple years, they have been revitalizing it and pumping a lot of money into restoring it. There's a place called Container Park, which is restaurants and shopping. And then the hotels down there are also a lot better than they were in the past. So they've made it a lot safer, a lot nicer. And even if you want your little fix, you could go to the Strip, or you could also check out Fremont Street, which has casinos, it has zip lining, it has all the lights and everything you think of when you think of Las Vegas.
I mean, Henry knows that area well. He called it, Henry Golden Nugget, because, DiCarlo. I mean, he's all about it.
Golden Nugget.
Oh, geez. Justin, you're
Poor
the
Justin.
best. Such great tips, as always. I want to tell folks, if you're interested in learning more about all of these destinations, head over to Justin's blog, aroundtheworldwithjustin.com, or follow him on social media at ATW Justin. We love having you. Hope to see you again soon, Justin. Thank you.
Thank you, Justin.
Take care, buddy.
You guys.
He always has great tips.
He really does.
Yeah, he really does. The tips that he gave in Florida were fantastic. I think what's really nice, because sometimes, we know what Vegas is great for.
Yeah.
But for those maybe that are trying to do something, you didn't really know that there were so many different options like that to get
The
outdoors.
ATV thing, I'm down for that.
For sure.
That would be a lot of fun.
And I like the idea of looking beyond the Strip for a place to stay.